I think one important thing people always forget is that you'll always be around yourself. You can never escape yourself. I guess how I phrase this is not that mind-blowing, but it's something you need to realize, that you cannot run away from yourself. You will always be around yourself. So why not understand yourself better? Learn how to enjoy time by yourself. Once you start learning how to enjoy your own company, you'll never really feel that lonely. I'm not saying that you will never feel lonely. Loneliness comes and goes in phases, but once you start to enjoy your own company, I think that's when there's some sort of breakthrough and you start to appreciate yourself. You start to enjoy and appreciate the time you have by yourself. When I was a kid, I used to be really insecure, used to be really afraid of being alone. I used to be taken care by a helper when my parents were working. Sometimes when the helper leaves the house without telling me, I can cry at the gate. When I was like 6 or 7, I'll be holding onto the gate and crying out because I was so alone. It was only me. And I had the feeling that, my parents and the helper left us, like they're not coming back. They just left us to fend for ourselves. That's what I always think. In Singapore, there's this concept called chope. I don't know if you guys know. If you are Singaporeans, you probably know. My parents will leave me at a hawker center table just to take care of the table, to ensure that we have a place to sit, and they will go out and queue up and buy the food. By the time they come back, which I don't know how long it was, it always feels like forever, I'll be crying because I have this feeling that they left me alone to guard this table and then went home, or just left me or forgotten about me. Or, they taken my brother, my second brother, off because they always bring him to buy food and leave me to take care of the table, and I can imagine them just living a new life without me. That was how insecure and afraid I was of being alone. It takes time and effort to really enjoy yourself and enjoy your own company. And in 2020, I really had to learn that. But I would say that it is a process in the working for many, many years. To learn how to enjoy the art of enjoying your own company, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of getting to know yourself. I'm going to create another video about this, but this video is in no way telling you to love yourself. I think loving yourself is such an impossibly high standard. Anyone who's not a narcissist, anyone who's not a psychopath, probably would not love themselves. We are all born with that inner sense of self-loathing, and I think that's really natural. But I really wanted to share something I heard from Elizabeth Gilbert when she was talking with Tim Ferriss on his podcast. Even before hearing what she said, this is how sometimes I treat myself, This is what she says, and it resonates so hard with me. I don't know why they gave me you. I don't know why they gave me you to take care of, but they did. They dropped me into your body. They dropped me into this mind. They dropped me into this family. They dropped me into this culture. They dropped me into this moment of history. They gave me these talents, they gave me these mental illnesses, they gave me these gifts, they gave me these addictions. I don't know why they gave me you, but I accept. I accept that, and I accept the sacred responsibility of taking care of you, and I will take really good care of you. I haven't always, but I will now. This rings so true to me, and I feel like everyone should be telling themselves that. I don't want to go too deep about this, but basically we're all here. We are all in this body. There is no changing who we are. We were placed here in this moment in time, and this is an opportunity to do right by ourselves. This is an opportunity to really treat ourselves kinder, be more compassionate, find what's so interesting about yourself, find out what you like to do, what you hope to do. So now comes the time how you can do this. How can you learn how to enjoy your own company better? The first question you need to ask yourself is, are you feeling lonely? And if you are, why? It's important to know why you're feeling lonely. How's your support network? What's happening? Is this really the right time to learn how to enjoy your own company? Because if you're in a difficult situation, maybe it's not. Really recognize that. Really recognize how, what kind of place you're in. Are you in a different environment that requires more support? If you changed your job recently, if you lost your job recently, anything like that, maybe it's not the best time to learn this. Maybe it's the right time to really lean into your support network. And if there's no support network, you should try to reach out to people and be vulnerable. Or if not, really learn how to rely on yourself. To enjoy your own company, one thing you can really do is to get to know yourself better. Some people would say, since you are you should know who you are, but most people don't spend that time in introspection, understanding who they are, what they do, what they enjoy. So I really recommend putting things down on paper, writing things down. I'm not the best journaler, but I really feel better when I express a thought on paper. I think there are studies that show that, when you're just thinking, it's hard to really see how you feel, how you think, what is the root of the problem until you put it down on paper. It's like doing math problems in your brain. not hard, but it takes a lot more steps than just, drawing it out, drawing out a diagram, trying to understand what's going on. So I think this can include planning out your future. If you're feeling lost, what are the paths you can take, understanding where you're tending to, understanding where you're coming from, what's pushing you there, what's pulling you there, what's the inertia, what's the anxiety behind these thoughts. Also really cliche, but I meditate every day, and I really feel like meditation can help you understand yourself better. It helps you laugh at yourself, because when you're meditating, thoughts keep coming back, and you know that these thoughts are meaningless. I've been meditating recently, and my work problems keeps coming to my mind, but I'm just laughing because there's nothing I can do right now. All these problems require time and require other parties. So why is my mind obsessing over it? You laugh at yourself, you find that, this is how you are. This is how crazy people are. This is how crazy your mind is. Meditation helps you observe that craziness. It helps you observe that madness that is in your brain, and you just feel like you're a bit endearing, endearing yourself to yourself. The next thing, once you got to know yourself better, learn how to like yourself. I think liking yourself is really hard. What are the things you're grateful for? What are the things of yourself that you like? I'm really incredibly neurotic, and I used to blame myself for that. I used to guilt myself for that, but now I just laugh at myself like, you're crazy, and we all know that. We as in myself and myself. I hope this whole video doesn't come off as me being crazy, but I think it's really important. It's really important to really enjoy who you are as a person, your core. If you don't know what you like about yourself, take yourself on a date. I love eating alone. I love going out, going to a restaurant and saying, I only have a table for one. I'm just gonna be here and, sit with my thoughts, enjoy my food, write down things. Of course, being alone means you can read a book, watch a TV show while you're out on the restaurant. It's fine. But I think you should really try to take yourself out on a date. I've done that. I'll put on my pretty earrings, I'll put on a nice outfit, and I go out. This can even extend to solo travel. I've traveled alone in Korea. It was a great time. I cried by myself. That was how crazy it was also. But I really learned a lot about myself, and I respected myself a lot more once I've been through tougher times alone out overseas, in a place where I could barely speak a smidgen of Korean. So these are some things you can do to try to learn how to enjoy your own company. I feel like once you learn how to enjoy your own company, you start being less reliant on other people's expectations of you, other people to validate you. Self-validation becomes more higher up in the ranks. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm perfect. I enjoy my own company most of the time. I ate McGriddles alone yesterday. That was amazing. I love that. What other people say to me still matters to me, and not that it shouldn't. I'm trying to prioritize my own expectations of myself, my own self-validation over external validation. And I think learning how to enjoy your own company really will help with that. Do you enjoy your own company right now? Are you comfortable being alone? Have you had time for yourself? I think some people don't, especially if you're a parent. It's so important. It's so important to take time for yourself and learn how to enjoy your own person. Especially in 2020, we don't know when this pandemic is over. We don't know when this quarantine is going to be done. I hope you guys can learn how to enjoy your own company. Let me know if you have any other tips. I would love to learn from all of you.